I see my name in shining lights, yeah, a different city every night. Oh, I swear the world better prepare for when I'm a billionaire.
It's time to get down to business on the weekend's #1 business program. Known as the King of Networking, your host Shalom Klein has worked with thousands of entrepreneurs and created countless jobs. So, to success. Let's get down to business.
And indeed, we are all about small business, jobs, and entrepreneurship. And business, we talk a lot about business here. You are on with Get Down to Business. And I'm your host, Shalom Klein. Remember, you can always download podcasts from Get Down to Business on my website at shalomklein.com. And while you are there, don't forget to follow me on Twitter at Shalom Klein. It's going to be a jam-packed week of content and information you will not want to miss. The live show. And first up on the program is the founder of Double Take Promotional Marketing, Matt Deutschman, who is from Evanston, Illinois, right around the corner from me. And promotional marketing business is certainly the family business. So without further ado, Matt, welcome to the program.
I'm glad to be here. Thank you for having me, Shalom. Good to see you.
Oh, yeah. No, it's great to have you. So as I mentioned, 4 generations in the promotional marketing business. So let's start there and let's start learning a little bit about your family, and then we'll lead right up until today in your own firm beginning in 2010. So tell us a little bit about your family and how you guys got started, I believe, all the way back to 1935.
Yeah, excuse me. Yeah, that's right. It's kind of one of those obscure industries that you don't go to school for, and you don't think about it when you're a kid that's what you want to do when you grow up, but you fall into it if it's in your family and your blood. So back in 1935, my great-grandfather Paul and my grandfather Maynard founded the Paul May Company, which was a factory in New York. They were manufacturing promotional products, a lot of vinyl, desk folders and office supplies and luggage tags and card cases and things like that. And my dad ran the company for 30 plus years, and I worked for my dad, and then I kind of jumped the fence to the distribution side of the industry and started my own company in 2010 as a distributor in the promotional products industry.
Oh my God! Wow! So over 80 years in the business, you certainly learned a thing or two. But right now, we are facing some fascinating pivots, and I know that you guys have certainly been a leader in the industry. But I want to talk for another moment or two about you, Matt. Again, I mentioned you're in Evanston, but it sounds like on your dad's side, you learned a lot about business. Tell us a little bit about your mom's side and how that, I guess, influenced you and the perspective that you come into Double Take Promotional Marketing with.
Yeah, my mom was a teacher for 30 plus years, and after college, I still kind of didn't know what I wanted to be when I grew up, and I went back and I got a master's in education, thinking that I might go into teaching, and I started that program at the same time as I started my company. And ultimately, I was really loving what I was doing in my business at the time that it would have been, time to make the career switch and go into teaching full time. So I decided to stick with it. But, educating clients is something that we do every day. So I really feel like I use my, all the different, perspectives that have kind of shaped me to who I am. I use on an everyday basis, and my mom,
absolutely
in teaching, she just constantly reinvented herself. She never just mailed it in, with the same lesson plans or anything like that year after year. I mean, I always really respected that about her, and she was just a really great role model for me in her work ethic, if nothing else. So.
Absolutely, and if I understand correctly, your mom, Cecile, was a foreign language teacher her entire career, instructing in Spanish, Japanese, and Italian. So you have a very impressive role model on your mom's side, and then, of course, on your dad's side in business, too. And I understand that many of your clients are colleges and universities, which means that you and your team, I want to give credit where it's due, you are now, you're using that master's in education because you are now the dean of a university, but it's not it's not like it may sound. Double Take University. Tell us a little bit about, again, how you have pivoted and what Double Take University is and what you've been doing throughout COVID.
Yeah, it's a fun story because for years one of our main target markets has been higher ed. So we work with a lot of colleges and universities, among other types of clients, but a main vertical that we service are colleges and universities. So we earlier this year came up with the idea of rolling out our own marketing program called Double Take University. We created our own like mock university. The mascot is the Double Take Defenders, and we are the defenders of your brand standards. And we developed this as just a way of connecting with our own client base and using in our own marketing as a way to reach that vertical. But then when COVID hit, we kind of adapted the Double Take Defenders concept to also be defending against germs. And we created a new website, doubletakedefenders.com, which is a build your own PPE kit tool. And you mentioned, giving credit to my team, and that was really, I'm so fortunate to be surrounded by excellent people on my team, and that was something that one of our new hires actually really spearheaded and has been a great, addition to what we offer. We've been doing a lot of branded PPE kits for colleges and really for other clients as well. But it started as a higher ed need over the summer for their designs of reopening in the fall.
Yeah, I love it. Double Take University, a mock college with a mascot, the Double Take Defenders. And again, we'll make sure that you can share a website before we conclude our conversation. But doubletakedefenders.com, lots of great products where clients can build their own PPE product kits to defend against germs, which is awesome. But that's not the only vertical that you're in, Matt. Again, I'm chatting with Matt Deutschman from Double Take Promotional Marketing, family business, 4 generations in promotional marketing business since 1935. And Matt, in our couple of minutes remaining before the end of our conversation, we are, believe it or not, pretty much December. We are in December of this year, and this is the time that everybody, regardless of what we'd be going through, would be sending gifts to clients, employees, business partners. Does COVID mean that businesses should sort of scale back at this point in that tradition, or what's your advice to some of the business owners that are tuning in?
While we've certainly seen some clients of ours pull back a little bit as a result of COVID, and I mean, some industries have been hit very hard. There have been budget cuts in some areas, but we've actually, fourth quarter is a busy season for us every year with holiday gifts, like you mentioned, and this has really been no different for us. And if anything, we've seen a lot of other, we've seen a lot of new clients come our way looking to do something meaningful for the holidays. With the COVID situation this whole year, a lot of our clients and new clients of ours, they're struggling with the fact that they haven't been able to reach their clients or their prospects or their referral sources or their staff in person all year, or at least since March. And, that lack of personal contact, they're emphasizing the importance of that now, doing something to still reach the people that are important to them. So we've been doing a lot of projects relating to holiday gifts around now.
I love it. This is the time of the year to show appreciation. We just finished Thanksgiving. Obviously, I'm grateful and thankful for all of our loyal listeners and, of course, amazing business owners like you, Matt Deutschman from Double Take Promotional Marketing. We just finished Small Business Saturday. We talked a lot about that last week, but every day should be a small business day. So, Matt, I want to make sure our listeners know where they can get a hold of you. We talked about doubletakedefenders.com. How else can folks get a hold of you if they want to develop their strategy for the end of the year?
Yeah, I appreciate it. Doubletakedefenders.com, like you mentioned, that's our branded PPE kit builder. And then our main website for our more traditional offering is makethemlooktwice.com. That's our tagline on our website. So Double Take Promotional Marketing, and it's makethemlooktwice.com.
Fantastic. MakeThemLookTwice.com. And indeed, that's what you do every day. Matt, congratulations to you and your team for a phenomenal pivot and the important work that you're doing, combining, as we said, that generational business knowledge with love of learning. Credit goes certainly to your team and, of course, to your family. So thank you for sharing all of that with our listeners. And come back real soon on Get Down to Business. And speaking of coming back real soon on Get Down to Business, I'm excited for our next conversation. I'll be joined by Orlando Ashford, the former president of Holland America Cruise Line, who has authored a new book called How Did You Get That Job? 8 Principles to Accelerate Your Career and Soar into Corporate America. You're listening to the show all about small business, jobs, and entrepreneurship. You're listening to Get Down to Business, and we will be right back.